In the penumbral hours before the first light pierces the horizon, we stand on the precipice of choice. A choice to live not as leaves tossed in the wind, but as the steadfast oak rooted deep within the earth. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has weathered the storms of time, offers us a blueprint for such fortitude. It is a philosophy that does not shout from the rooftops, but instead whispers through the actions of those who practice it. Let us explore the 7 cardinal practices that a true adherent of Stoicism integrates into their daily life, weaving a tapestry of self-control and resilience that can withstand the torrents of fate. 1. Contemplation of the sage. In the quietude of morning, we should ponder the lives of those who have walked the path before us. The Stoic sages, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, serve not as distant idols, but as companions and guides. Seneca's letters implore us to measure our actions against the yardstick of wisdom, while Epictetus's discourses remind us of the strength found in restraint. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, a mosaic of his innermost thoughts, show us the power of reflection. We must ask ourselves, what would the sage do? And let this inquiry echo throughout our day. 2. Embrace amor fati. The Stoic loves fate, for they believe that everything unfolds as it should. Nietzsche, who drank deeply from the well of Stoicism, exhorted youth to not only bear what is necessary, but to love it. Each day, we are faced with events we cannot change. Our power lies in our response. To embrace amor fati is to see every obstacle as an opportunity to practice virtue and every challenge as a chisel sculpting us into our most resilient selves. 3. Practice praemeditatio malorum. As we step into the world each day, we should anticipate challenges and setbacks. This is not pessimism, but preparation. The practice of premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, equips us to face potential adversities with equanimity. By envisioning difficulties, we disarm future hardships of their sting and steel ourselves against the vicissitudes of fortune. 4. Cultivate sympathia. The Stoic universe is bound by sympathia, a kinship that connects all things. Our actions ripple across this web of existence. As we move through our day, let us act with intention, knowing that our smallest deeds can have far-reaching effects. We are part of a larger whole, and in this recognition lies both a humbling sense of our limitations and an empowering realization of our significance. 5. Daily self-examination. As dusk falls and the day draws to a close, we must turn inward and reflect upon our actions. This daily self-examination is not self-flagellation but an honest reckoning. Did we live in accordance with nature? Did we act virtuously? Did we maintain our role in the cosmic play with integrity? This practice is not an end but a beginning, a promise to learn from today and live more wisely tomorrow. 6. Exercise voluntary discomfort. In seeking comfort, we often enslave ourselves to externals. The Stoic, however, finds freedom in simplicity. By periodically practicing voluntary discomfort, be it fasting, cold showers, or abstaining from luxuries, we remind ourselves that we can endure and that happiness does not hinge on pleasure. 7. Contemplate memento mori. Lastly, in the stillness of night, we should contemplate our mortality, the Stoic memento mori. This is not a morbid preoccupation, but a clarion call to live fully. Remembering death teaches us to cherish each moment and to act with urgency and purpose, for we do not know when the fates will sever the thread of life. These practices are not mere rituals. They are threads in a grand tapestry depicting what it means to live as a Stoic. Each thread intertwines with another, creating a resilient and adaptable whole. Now let us weave these threads into a narrative that breathes life into philosophy. Imagine yourself standing amidst the ruins of ancient Rome, where echoes of Stoic wisdom still linger in the air like whispers of ghosts long past. You are not here as a tourist, but as a seeker of truth, a modern pilgrim treading the cobblestones once warmed by the sandals of Marcus Aurelius himself. As dawn breaks, you contemplate the sage's life, envisioning his imperial robes juxtaposed with his Stoic writings. You feel a connection across time, a lineage of thought that beckons you to embrace your own fate with love and vigor. With each step through the Forik Fradas Forum Romanum, you prepare for life's inevitable adversities, drawing inspiration from the Stoic resolve that once graced these streets. You remind yourself that even emperors were not immune to misfortune, and that their greatness was forged in the crucible of trial. You extend your gaze towards the Capitoline Hill, feeling the invisible threads that bind you to every soul around you. In this moment of sympathia, you commit to act with kindness and responsibility, for your deeds are not yours alone. They belong to the world. As night descends upon the eternal city, you retire to your quarters for a moment of self-reflection. In the quiet, you confront your actions, discerning lessons from your missteps and finding solace in your efforts to live virtuously. In pursuit of wisdom, you choose to walk back to your dwelling barefoot, feeling the ancient stones against your skin, a voluntary discomfort that sharpens your appreciation for the simple shelter awaiting you. Before you surrender to sleep, you gaze at the stars, contemplating the fleeting nature of life. You realize that each day is a precious gift, a brief opportunity to leave a mark that echoes in eternity. This is the essence of Stoicism, a philosophy not merely to be studied, but to be lived. It is a daily practice that molds us into the architects of our fate and the sculptors of our character. It is a call to join the ranks of those who view life as a canvas for the practice of virtue, a masterpiece in progress. As we close this narrative, let us carry forth the Stoic spirit into our lives. Let us weave these practices into our daily routine, and in doing so, find ourselves part of a lineage that turns adversity into strength and mortality into a catalyst for living with purpose and passion. This is the path of Stoicism, a path that beckons us all.